Okay, so this is a few minutes after I just got done putting on the gytr flywheel on my 2018 yz250x. The reason why I wanted to put on this flywheel is it's a bit heavier and it's all a single solid piece that's been welded together by gytr. So there's no flywheel weight that I'm attaching to the stock flywheel where things might come apart. And my goal was that I wanted to get a little bit more bottom end grunt, a little bit more tractor ability when I'm going slow. So this is my first ride testing that, and I only rode for about 30 minutes. It's not a super experienced amount of time that I have on this, but I think it was plenty. I really quickly was able to notice a difference in a few different areas. So this trail that I'm on, in some areas I kind of tried to go a bit slow so that I could feel if it was pushing itself along, or versus me just powering through it, because the yz250x has tons and tons of power, as if your revs are up a little bit. But it really comes down to, so this is a steeper little hill right here, and I tried to go a bit slow so I could feel it kind of for the first time, and it really impressed me. It made a huge difference, but there's a great big giant caveat. So it made a huge difference when my revs were a little bit up. So before, I'd have to be feathering the clutch quite a bit if my revs were down at all on this trail and others like it. But now it definitely had the tractor ability, for sure in first gear. But I was also able to ride the tighter, steeper, sketchier stuff also in second gear, going a little bit faster, more than I could before, where it would always push me to shift down into first to be able to keep my revs up to go fast enough. But in the areas where it got really sketchy, where I had to go really slow because of rocks or obstacles, being on top of a really steep climb, it didn't change it for me. So it got right back to, well, I still need to feather the clutch really hard, which is fine. But I just wanted to see how much of a difference it would make, and now that I've ridden it, I can say that. So I actually stalled right there, and then you can't really tell, but this is really steep and really rocky, nasty stuff. And so this is where I really started to struggle more and having to use the clutch. In fact, I only go just a little bit further, and then I decided to turn around for the day. But that's my first initial thoughts. I'll skip a little bit ahead to some more wide open steep climbs that I was doing. So here's a more open steep climb that I've done it a few times. It's not that steep until this part right here. So that little last 50 feet or so is pretty steep, and going that slow, normally I'd have to feather the clutch a little bit. I didn't have to at all this time around. This is a little bit less steep, but it comes up to a pretty steep part again. Ultimately, I think the main message that I want to share here is that this gytr flywheel makes a huge difference. at a little bit higher RPMs than super slow, sketchy stuff. But it's not going to like completely solve all your problems. So if you're trying to take like a 250 two-stroke and get enough grunt, low end power to say that it's a 300 or does just as well, it's not going to happen. But I don't know. You just got to decide what you want to do. There's some other things you can do here. You can definitely switch up to a different clutch. You can go to a recluse. You could do some other things to make your bike be like even better than the sketchy type stuff. But in terms of the gytr flywheel, I love it. I would do it again. I'd recommend it to people, but it's not like a full fix.